Hi everyone, my name is Adrian Kelso and this is my partner Sarah Johnson and we are doing our
Mhm.
presentation on gang, racial, and neighborhood violence. So our introduction of client, her name is Jane. The client is 14 years old. She's a Caucasian female living in North Philadelphia. Her mother has been concerned she has been spending time with a group of girls at her school. Then these girls happen to associate with male classmates who are affiliated with a gang at their school. The client returned home one day after school, and while she has become more distant from her parents, today seemed very different to them. Our client, Jane, does not really talk much anymore, and she seems to give one word answers at this point. Her mother has been very worried and feels that something traumatic has happened to her. Eventually, Jane confesses that she has witnessed a drive-by shooting with one of the boys that she knew within her friend group that's also affiliated to this gang.
Okay. And so I just want to go over a little bit more of about girls in gangs, um, particularly those in the adolescence stage of life. So keep in mind that girls do actually mature faster than boys during puberty, and um, girls who are in gangs, they unfortunately they are putting themselves at higher risk for physical abuse, sexual abuse, and assault. And they also have higher rates of depression, anxiety, and PTSD. So, what are these things? Depression is just kind of some of those symptoms are increased sadness. Um, they really don't like to do the things that they used to do. They may sleep a lot. They may not eat as much, or they may eat too much food. Anxiety is increased worry. They may have something called panic attacks, which means they get trouble breathing. They may not be able to catch their breath. They have racing thoughts. Um, PTSD is called post traumatic stress disorder. This can be found in a number of different populations, including those who may live in unsafe areas. Um, they they definitely have an um, increased worry. It falls right along with anxiety disorders. They may have something called triggers, which means if they witnessed a traumatic event, they may have flashbacks to this traumatic event that they may have been a part of. Um, so there's definitely a lot of concerns here with this group of people. So we're going to start out. I will be the therapist first, and I will be talking with the client um, just a little more about her experiences. This will be our first meeting together. So we'll start. Hi, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good, good, good. Thanks. I just wanted to, open the floor to you. And what do you feel like brings you here today?
Well, my mom, she's been a little bit worried about me and just some of the boys I've been hanging out with and just some of the stuff I've been doing. I don't see anything wrong with it, but she's just it seems like she's really scared and she's just trying to talk to me a lot and I don't really want to say much.
I definitely get that. I know, at this point in your life, you're trying to find a little bit more of your identity, and just, gaining more of an interest, different things that you like to do. So, how would you describe the relationship between your parents?
Well, when my dad was around, they used to fight a lot and there was lots of yelling. There was always stuff going on and sometimes they got along, but most of the time they just yelled at each other.
Right, right. I can see how that would, and that may make you feel a little uneasy. Um, do you feel like you're kind of caught in the middle of them?
Not really. I really love my dad, and we have a good relationship, but he's not home very much, and I just try to hang out in my room a lot or go outside with my friends and be with them.
Why do you feel like your dad isn't home much?
Well, he has his group of friends too, and he's out doing his stuff, and you know, I don't really see him much, and I sometimes go out on the streets sometimes to see if I can run into him or not.
Hmm. Have you ever seen him with certain people?
No, not really. He tries to stay away with all of his friends.
Okay. Do you ever see them doing anything? Like, what do you ever see them doing if you ever witness them out?
They're always running around. They have money with them, they have cash with them, they have weapons with them, but he tends to tell me to just stay away from him.
Yeah. So, how would you describe your friends that you spend time with?
Well, my boyfriends that I hang out with, they're funny and we have lots of fun together. But sometimes they get in fights with other guys, and my other girlfriends and I are around them, but we try to stay away from them. But it's the adrenaline. It's kind of fun to watch too.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Well, why is it? Do you feel like your dad tells you to stay away from what he does?
I think it's what he's doing is bad, and he doesn't want me to be around that. But I don't really have very much fun at home, and my mom, we don't really talk that much, and I'd rather be out doing something than in my room by myself.
Well, what's something that you feel like you and your mom have done together? Did you guys have any traditions or anything when you were little?
Um, we like to go shopping. We used to go to the mall a lot together, but since her and my dad started fighting more, and since I've been spending more time away from home, we don't really do that anymore.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, to be honest, I am seeing a little relation between who you see your dad spending time with and the guys that you're spending time with. And I can imagine, there's still some good qualities within your friends there. But at the same time, I think your mother is concerned, and I don't believe she's telling you to stop hanging out with um these people, but I think she's concerned that you may end up you know spending too much time outside of home like your father. And have you ever, I can see how that can make you angry, but have you ever considered trying to rebuild a relationship with her?
Yeah, I've thought about it. I just feel like she asks a lot of me, and I just want to hang out and be with my friends.
I can definitely understand that. And definitely I feel like you could balance your time between the two. So, what kinds of things would you guys shop for? Would you guys shop for clothes or things like that?
Clothes and shoes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then, I definitely, before the next session, I'd kind of like to see, where you guys go with that. Maybe, you know, I wouldn't say once a week, but maybe, once every couple weeks. Spend a Saturday or Sunday just at the mall, and maybe kind of regain what you guys used to do together. I can understand that maybe with your mom you're feeling a little overwhelmed, and she may seem overbearing, but she just may worry about you a little bit. So um, so by next session, maybe just spend some time with her and let me know how it went.
Okay, I could try that. What if I see my friends though when I'm at the mall?
Well, um, I think that actually may be a good time to, introduce your friends to your mom, and I know you may feel, a little embarrassed about that. Um, but at the same time, I feel like there kind of needs to be a connection between your friends and your family, because then that's less stress on you as well.
Okay, I could try that.
Yep, give it a try. Um, so I will see you next session then in about a couple weeks, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
All right, so we can switch roles again. Um, so I will be the client, and Adrian will be the therapist.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
All right. Hi, Jane. How are you?
Good, good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Well, my name's Adrian, and I was talking to your mom a little bit, and that's why you're here today. I heard there's just been some struggles going on in school and some maybe concerns around your friends, and I just kind of want you to talk to me a little bit about that.
All right, I can, tell you as much as I can.
Okay. Well, why don't you tell me a little bit about where you're from? What's your neighborhood like?
Well, this part of Philadelphia isn't really the best. Um, I don't always feel the safest walking around. When it's not even dark out, there's still some different people around that, kind of give me a bad feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I almost feel the need to be defensive all the time and worried, which just doesn't make me feel good.
Okay. Are your mom and dad involved, or do they understand that you feel this way?
They understand, but my dad isn't really around much, and like you said, I think that's why my mom brought me here today, because she's worried about me, but I just like to spend time with my friends. I don't really see any worry about it. I mean, aren't teenagers supposed to be getting in trouble? Like, I mean, I don't know.
Okay. Do your mom and dad work?
I don't know what my dad does, to be honest. My mom, she's got like a minimum wage job, I think. Just kind of at the restaurant in town here.
Okay.
She's
And you don't know what your dad does?
no, he's not around much, unfortunately. And I don't know. To be honest, I don't know how much him and my mom even get along. So, they're both not home too much.
Tell me a little bit about what your home environment is like.
It's okay. I feel like I'm just like alone a lot, and I almost don't even feel like going to school anymore because it's like, well, what's the point? No one's even telling me to go anymore. So I'm a little worried about that.
About not going to school, that feeling?
Yeah, like I almost don't want to leave my house. Because like I said, I get worried, and
Right.
there's been some crime in the neighborhood, some shootings, and I feel like I want to spend time with my friends, and I do, but at the same time, you know, sometimes I get worried about what they're doing too.
Okay. So when you're out hanging out with your friends, what are you guys doing?
To be honest, I mean, I'm been to a couple parties with them, I guess, but something really scary happened, not too long ago. I don't know if I'm ready to talk about, but I just what I saw, like, I've seen people get shot before, and it's like, sometimes I don't know how to feel after that. I gotta be on the the defense because it's like, what if that's me?
Right. So it sounds like there's a lot going on surrounding your friends, and you've witnessed just a lot of terrible things, such as the shootings that you were mentioning, and that your home life, you don't really feel stable there just because, is there a lack of support, do you think?
Probably. I feel like I'm just like isolating myself. Like I'm not going out as much, and when I go out, I see my friends, but at the same time, when I'm with them, like what's going to happen the next time I'm with them? I don't know.
Right. How do you think you could feel better supported at home or safer?
Hmm. Well, I'm not sure. Hmm, maybe when I go to school, I could maybe join a couple clubs at least. You
Okay,
know,
what do you like to do for fun? Or
um,
what do you want to get involved in at school?
in school. I guess I like art a little bit. I'm not very good at it, but I could probably practice a little bit more. And there's a couple clubs for that, so maybe I could stay after school for a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. And art, it's a great way to express your emotions. And sometimes, especially with some of the things that you've seen, it's very difficult to verbalize that to people and to talk about that. So you could put your emotions into art and then have that kind of tell your story, and then maybe you would feel a little bit better. And you could share that with your mom and maybe build that communication a little bit better. She could understand what you're going through.
Yeah, yeah, I think that'd be best. Um, yeah, I could definitely try and work on that. I do like different kinds of art, and I feel like it really helps me put things into words a little bit. So yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like then you may have a hobby in that, and I'm sure that the school would definitely support that. It sounds like if you're at the school doing something safe and keeping yourself safe, then your mom or maybe your dad too would support that as well.
I think so. I think so. Maybe I'll try that by next time we meet. I'll maybe bring in a project or two.
Yeah, that would be great. I'd love to see that.
Okay.
So, how about for our next session, like you said, let's attend some of those art clubs at your school, and then maybe have a conversation with your mom. Tell her about your art. Maybe work towards developing that relationship a little bit more, and then we can kind of discuss how that has helped you.
Okay. That sounds good. Thank you for your help.
Yeah, no problem. Well, thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you next week.
All right. See you then.
See ya.
All right. Are we good?
We're good. It's still recording, I think.
I know.
No, we're good. Okay.
All right. I will end it.